You paid $275,000 for your daughter's wedding. So where do they seat you at her wedding? Front row? As the guest of honor, right next to the stage? Or at right next to the restrooms, beside the waitstaff station? I'm a 67-year-old retired firefighter, and I learned the answer to that question the moment I walked into my daughter Amanda's wedding reception. When my daughter, the girl I raised alone for 22 years, took the stage, she thanked the groom's family for making this wedding possible. But nobody mentioned that Frank paid for it. Every single penny. Sometimes a father suffers in silence. Sometimes a father gives everything he has. And sometimes, just sometimes, a father says, enough. This is my story about the day I said enough for the first time in 67 years. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments where you're listening from. This story is inspired by real events and highlights the silent suffering many fathers endure. The phone rang at exactly 6 o'clock in the morning. I knew the time because I'd glanced at the digital clock on my bedroom wall. Red numbers glowing. 6 a.m. A cold Saturday morning in November. Portland, Oregon. The phone kept ringing. An old Nokia. Push-button phone. No need for a smartphone, I always said. This one works just fine. I reached out in the darkness, fumbling for the phone. Found it. Squinted at the screen. My eyes hadn't adjusted to the light yet. The letters flashed. Amanda calling. I pressed the answer button. Held the phone to my ear. Hello? I said, my voice hoarse, groggy. I woke up like this every morning, slowly, laboriously. That's what a 67-year-old body does. Not as quick as it used to be. Dad! Amanda's voice exploded through the speaker, full of energy, full of excitement, almost a scream. Are you awake? Wake up. Today's the day, my wedding day. I sat up in bed, or tried to. My back protested, sharp pain in the lower spine. 35 years as a firefighter, carrying heavy equipment, rescuing people, climbing ladders. The years had taken their toll on my back. And every morning, that toll reminded me it was there. I'm awake, honey, I said, trying to match her excitement in my voice. But inside I had other feelings, mixed feelings. How are you? Excited? Excited? Dad, I'm freaking out. I only slept 3 hours. I dreamed about wearing my wedding dress. Then I woke up and realized, it's real. Ryan's still asleep. I didn't wake him. It's bad luck. But I couldn't resist calling you. I couldn't help but smile. Amanda's voice, that pure, unbridled excitement, was infectious. She was 28 years old, but in that moment she sounded like a child, full of wonder, full of innocence. I'm so happy for you, sweetie, I said. Today's your day. Your dream wedding. Yes, exactly. My dream wedding. The Grand Cascade Hotel. 150 guests. Food, music, flowers. Everything's going to be perfect. Her dream wedding. A $28,000 dream. Paid from my pension. From my savings. But I didn't say that, because today was Amanda's day. I'm going to the salon now, Amanda continued, talking so fast she barely paused for breath. Patricia, Ryan's mom, made reservations at the best place. Hair, makeup, nails, everything. It'll take 4 hours. Then the dress fitting with the bridesmaids. The photographer's going to capture every moment. Oh, Dad, you can't even imagine how excited I am. Patricia, Ryan's mother, matriarch of the Chambers family, rich, elegant, well-connected. I love Amanda like she's my own daughter, she'd say, and Amanda would beam. Dad, Patricia's so nice. She takes me shopping, gives me advice. She was probably a good person, but I was Amanda's real family. Dad, for 28 years. That's wonderful, sweetie, I said. Enjoy getting ready. I'll get ready too. What time should I be there? 2 o'clock. The ceremony starts at 3, but guests start arriving at 2. You should come early. The coordinator might need to talk to you about table arrangements and things. Table arrangements. Where I'd be sitting. Where the father of the bride would sit. Okay, sweetie. I'll be there at 2, I promise. Thank you, Dad. I love you. I love you so, so much. See you soon. She hung up abruptly, still riding that wave of energy. I held the phone a moment longer. The screen went dark. Silence returned to the room. I slowly placed the phone on the nightstand, sat on the edge of the bed, feet on the cold wooden floor. No heating in the room, electricity was expensive. A blanket's enough, I'd say. I looked around. Dark room, one window on the right wall, curtains drawn. Gray morning light seeping through, November light. I knew this room intimately, every corner. I'd slept in this same bedroom for 35 years. This house, this small house in Portland's northeast neighborhood, a working class area. Modest. But it was my home, and I'd lived here alone since Susan died. 15 years now. I stood. Slowly. My knees cracked. My back creaked. The sounds of old age. Not pleasant, but you get used to them. I walked to the window, pulled back the curtain, looked outside. A typical Portland morning. Gray sky, heavy clouds. Not raining yet, but you could feel it in the air. It rains every day in Portland in November, people say. It's true. The street was quiet. Saturday morning, 6:30. Most people still asleep. Only a few cars passing by. Early shift workers, nurses, people like me, or like I used to be. Because I used to be one of them. Up at 5 every morning, getting ready, heading to the fire station. 24-hour shifts, fires, accidents, saving lives. Then coming home, taking care of Amanda, then back on duty. The cycle. 35 years, it never stopped. But now I was retired. 3 years ago, 64 years old. You could keep working, they'd said. But no, my body was tired. My mind was tired. Enough, I'd said. My pension, $2,000 a month. Not much in Portland. But I managed. Rent was $600. Bills, $200. Food, $300. The rest, savings. For Amanda. Always for Amanda. I turned from the window, looked at the opposite wall. Photos. Framed photos covering the wall. In a row. Amanda's life. From birth to now. The first photo, top left. Baby Amanda in the hospital. Day 0. Susan holding her, fast asleep. Peaceful. Next to them, me, Frank Morrison, 40 years old. Looking young, hair still black, face tense, tired, but happy. So happy. Because I was a father, for the first time. One of the most important moments of my life. Susan. She looked beautiful in that photo. 38 years old. Brown hair, green eyes, gentle smile. Tired but glowing. The glow of motherhood. The photos continued. Amanda growing up. Every age, every stage, 1-year-old, first birthday cake, frosting all over her face, laughing. Susan and me beside her, 2 years old, at the park on the swing, me pushing and Amanda laughing. 3 years old. Learning to ride a bike, me holding her from behind. Support. Safety. Don't let go, Daddy. I won't, sweetie. 4 years old. Kindergarten. First day. Backpack bigger than her, holding my hand. Scared but brave. You can do it, princess. 5, 6, 7 years old. The photos marched on, each one a memory, each one a story. 8-year-old Amanda in the kitchen with Susan. Baking cookies, both covered in flour. Laughing, happy. One of the last happy photos. Because a year later, Susan was diagnosed. Cancer, breast cancer. Stage 3. 9, 10, 11-year-old Amanda. Susan no longer in the photos. Or if she was, she looked weak, sick, wearing a headscarf, chemotherapy, treatment, pain. 12-year-old Amanda. Susan's last photo. In a hospital bed. Susan sleeping. Amanda sitting beside her, holding her hand. Not crying, but eyes brimming with tears. I'd taken the photo, as a memory, because I knew there wasn't much time left. A month later, Susan died. In her sleep. At home. Hospice care. Amanda and I were there, holding her hand. She took her last breath. Quietly. Peacefully, it seemed. But we were shattered. 13-year-old Amanda. Funeral photo. Black dress. Red, swollen eyes. Me beside her. Suit. Red eyes. Both of us broken, but holding on to each other. Because now it was just the two of us. 14, 15, 16. Amanda growing up. In the photos, just me and her. The two of us. Us against the world. But we were strong. Together, we were strong. 17 years old. High school graduation. Amanda in cap and gown. Diploma in hand. Smiling. Bursting with pride. Me beside her. Suit. Smiling. Bursting with pride too. Because we'd done it. Without Susan, but we'd done it. 18 years old. Columbia University acceptance letter. Amanda holding the letter, jumping around the house. I got in, Dad. Columbia, me jumping too. 63 years old. My jumping looked ridiculous, but it didn't matter. My daughter was happy. 22 years old. Graduation from Columbia. New York. I'd flown there. Expensive plane ticket. But I had to go. My daughter's graduation. Amanda walked across that stage. They called her name. Amanda Morrison, Marketing and Communications, honors degree. Applause. I cried, quietly. But the tears came. Because Susan should have been there. She would have seen it. But she didn't. I saw it for both of us. 26 years old. Meeting Ryan. First photo together. At a restaurant. Amanda and Ryan. Handsome young man. Suit. Smiling. Amanda glowing. Dad, this is Ryan. I told you about him. Yes, she had. He's amazing, Dad. He's a lawyer. At Chambers and Associates. Rich family. 27 years old. The engagement. Ryan proposed. Fancy restaurant. Diamond ring. Huge diamond. Amanda said yes. In the photo, she's showing off the ring. Smiling. Happy. I'm smiling in the photo too, because my daughter was happy. But inside, something was emptying out. Because Amanda was no longer entirely mine. And today, the final photo would be added. The wedding photo. Amanda and Ryan. Married couple. New life. I took a deep breath. My chest ached. Not much, but it was there. Not physical pain. Emotional pain. Because today, something was ending. The father-daughter relationship was changing. Amanda would become Ryan's wife. No longer primarily Frank's daughter. Normal. Natural. Every father knows it. Daughters grow up, get married, leave. The cycle of life. But it's not easy. It's never easy. I walked to the kitchen. Small kitchen. Black and white checkered floor. Old-fashioned style. Yellow Formica countertop. Old but clean. I kept everything spotless. Military discipline. Firefighter discipline. Cleanliness is order. Order is life. I turned on the coffee maker. Old Mr. Coffee. Red plastic. Bought it in the 80s. Still worked. No need for a new one, I'd say. The old ones last forever. Filled it with water. Inserted the filter. Added coffee grounds. Started it. The machine gurgled. A familiar sound. The sound of every morning. While the coffee dripped, I opened the refrigerator. Nearly empty. Milk, eggs, some cheese, bread on the top shelf. Simple food. Bachelor's diet, I'd joke. Took out the eggs. 2 of them. Heated the pan, added butter. It melted and sizzled, cracked the eggs. They sizzled too. The smell filled the kitchen. The coffee finished brewing. I poured my first cup, took a sip. Bitter, hot, good. Waking me up, plated the eggs, toasted the bread, spread butter on it. Breakfast was ready. I sat at the small kitchen table. 2 chairs. One was mine, the other empty. Always empty. Ever since Susan died. 15 years ago. Sometimes I'd talk to the empty chair. Good morning, Susan. How are you today? Crazy? Maybe. But loneliness makes people do strange things. I didn't talk today. Just ate. Quietly. Lost in thought. Amanda's getting married. Today. In a few hours. Grand Cascade Hotel. Luxury venue. The most expensive in Portland. $28,000. 28,000. The number echoed in my head. Because it was a lot of money. A fortune. From my pension. From my savings. No loans. But it had consumed nearly everything I had. How did it reach that amount? How did it get so high? I remembered. 6 months ago. Amanda came to me. Excited. Dad, Ryan proposed. And I said yes. We hugged. Congratulations, sweetie. I'm so happy for you. Dad, now we need to plan the wedding. Ryan and I talked. We want an amazing wedding, an unforgettable day. Of course, sweetie. What kind of wedding are you thinking? The Grand Cascade Hotel. Have you seen it, Dad? It's incredible. Crystal chandeliers, marble floors, enormous ballroom. Patricia, Ryan's mom, already reserved it. The date's available. That's nice. How much does it cost? Amanda hesitated. It's a bit expensive. But Dad, this is my dream wedding. Please. How much, Amanda? 28,000. Give or take. I swallowed hard. $28,000. 14 months of my pension. Honey, that's a lot of money. Maybe we could find somewhere more affordable? Still nice, just cheaper? Amanda's face fell. But Dad, Patricia already arranged everything. The caterer, photographer, DJ, they're all booked. If I cancel now, Patricia will be upset. And Ryan, he'll be disappointed too. Patricia, Ryan, their feelings mattered. But what about my feelings? Amanda, I understand, but $28,000. Dad, please. Her eyes filled with tears. It's my wedding. Once in a lifetime. If Mom were here, she'd give me the best. Can you? That phrase, if Mom were here, pierced straight through my heart. Because she was right. If Susan were here, she'd do anything for Amanda. Any sacrifice. Okay, sweetie, I said. I'll pay for it. Your wedding. Really? Dad, you're the best. She threw her arms around me. Tight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That day I went to the bank, withdrew money from my retirement account, $28,000, then transferred it to Amanda. I got it, Dad. Thank you. We'll handle everything. It's going to be perfect. Perfect. Yes, $28,000 worth of perfection. But it wasn't just the wedding. I calculated the other expenses too, in my head. Because as a firefighter, you learn to be good with numbers. You learn to budget, count every dollar. Private school, St. Mary's Academy, Portland's prestigious school. Amanda started at 13, after Susan died. First year, $2,500. Then it increased every year. Last year, $4,000. Average of $3,750 per year. 4 years of high school, $15,000. But it wasn't just high school. Elementary school was private too. Kindergarten through 8th grade. 9 years. Average $3,500 per year. $31,500. Total private school, $46,500. Round it to $45,000. Columbia University, New York. Prestigious school. Expensive school. Annual tuition. $55,000. But then add housing, food, books, transportation. Total per year, $75,000. 4 years, $300,000. How did I pay? Credit cards? Number. I didn't want debt. Debt, Susan used to say, is slavery. She was right. I withdrew from my retirement account, early, paid the penalties. But it didn't matter. Amanda's education, her future, that's what mattered. But Columbia was generous. They gave her a scholarship, need-based scholarship. Amanda applied, got accepted. $30,000 per year. 4 years, $120,000. So I paid. $300,000 minus $120,000 equals $180,000. First car. Amanda graduated in 2019, 22 years old. Found a job in Portland. Dad, I need a car. For commuting to work. She was right. Portland public transportation isn't great. A car was essential. What kind of car do you want? Something small, used, cheap. We looked at used cars, but old cars break down. Repairs get expensive. So I said, let's get something new, something reliable. Honda Civic, 2019 model, compact, fuel efficient, dependable. Price of $22,000. I paid cash because I still had some savings left. Not much, but some. Dad, that's too much. I'll pay you back. No need, sweetheart. It's a gift, graduation gift. She never paid me back. Probably forgot. It didn't matter. That's what fathers do. Now the wedding, $28,000. Total, $45,000 plus $180,000 plus $22,000 plus $28,000 equals $275,000. $275,000, $250,000, on a firefighter's salary. Average annual income, $55,000. Worked 35 years. Total lifetime earnings, $1,925,000. But taxes, insurance, rent, food, bills, all gone, just to survive. I spent on Amanda, $275,000. 14% of my total lifetime earnings. 14% for my daughter. The rest, just to live, to survive into retirement. Now my pension, $2,000 per month. $24,000 per year. Rent, bills, food, $15,000 per year. Left over, $9,000 per year in savings. Not much money. Very little. But I managed. Was it worth it? Of course, but because Amanda was my everything, my only family, my world. But today, why was I so restless today? Why this knot in my stomach? I didn't know, not yet. I finished breakfast, washed the plate, washed the cup, dried them, put them away. Everything in order. Went to the bathroom, took a shower, hot water, relaxed my muscles, calmed my mind. 10 minutes under the spray. Then I got out. Shaved carefully. In front of the mirror, electric razor. Susan bought it for me 20 years ago, birthday present. Still worked. Look, honey, I sometimes said to the mirror, to Susan's memory. Still using your gift. Shaving done. Face smooth. Neat. Applied aftershave. Old bottle, Old Spice. Classic scent. Susan loved it. Man smell, she'd say. I'd laugh. Good or bad? Good, she'd say. Very good. Back to the bedroom. Opened the closet. Few clothes inside. I didn't need many. Took out my suit. Navy blue suit. My only suit. For special occasions. Weddings, funerals, graduations. Picked it up yesterday from the cleaners. In a plastic cover. Opened it. Smelled it. Clean scent. Chemical smell. Put it on. White shirt. Ironed. Crisp. Navy pants. Ironed, sharp crease, jacket, fit perfectly across the shoulders. Old jacket, but it suited me. Put on a tie, navy blue tie. Susan had chosen it. "It suits you, Frank," she'd said. I always wore it. Her choice. Shoes, black leather, polished. I'd shined them yesterday. Put them on, tied the laces, looked in the mirror, full-length mirror behind the bedroom door. Saw myself, a 67-year-old man, tall, 6'1", broad shoulders, firefighter shoulders, but slightly stooped now, getting old. Wrinkled face, furrowed brow, tired eyes, but clean face. Freshly shaven, well-groomed, hair completely white. Used to be black, but the years took their toll. "White hair makes you look distinguished," Susan used to say. I'd smile. "I look old." "Distinguished," she'd insist. "Handsome." The suit fit well, old but quality. Wasn't cheap when I bought it. An investment. A good suit lasts a lifetime, they say. True. "You can do this, Frank," I told my reflection. "Today's Amanda's day. You're just the dad. Smile, applaud, be supportive, be supportive. Yes, play the role of the happy father." Because inside I had this strange feeling, anxiety, restlessness, but I couldn't explain why. "You're overreacting, Frank," I said. "Everything will be fine." I hoped so. I grabbed my cell phone, my wallet, checked inside. Driver's license, credit card, some cash. Enough. There was a folded piece of paper in the back pocket of my wallet. I pulled it out, unfolded it. My speech. The father of the bride's speech. I'd written it 3 nights ago. Sat at the kitchen table. Took a blank piece of paper. Took a pen. Thought hard. What should I say? I'd asked myself. What do I want to say to Amanda? I wrote it, word by word, sentence by sentence. 3 pages, handwritten. Messy handwriting. Firefighters don't write neatly, but it was sincere. From my heart. I read the title, "To Amanda, from your father." Didn't read the contents. I'd read it later, when I took the stage, when I spoke into the microphone. Then I'd read it, folded the paper, put it back in my wallet. Wallet in my pocket. Grabbed my keys. Keys to an old Toyota Corolla, 2005 model, 19 years old, ancient but reliable, 220,000 miles on it. Been through a lot, but the engine was solid. No need for a new one, I'd say. This one gets the job done. Left the house, locked the door, checked twice. Always lock twice, Susan used to say. Safety first. The apartment building was old, 3 stories. My apartment on the 2nd floor. Went down the stairs. Old wooden stairs. Every step creaked. Familiar sound. Stepped outside. November air hit my face. Cold. Damp. Portland weather. Clouds still heavy. Rain was coming. Walked to the parking lot. My car was there. Old Toyota. Beige. Used to be white, but the years had yellowed it. Opened the door. It creaked. Got in. Cold inside. No heater running. Saving gas. Cabin warms up once the engine's running, I'd say. Put the key in the ignition. Turned it. Engine sputtered. 1, 2, 3 seconds. Then started. Good. Good girl, I said to the car. One more day. Fastened my seatbelt. Adjusted the mirrors. Turned on the GPS. Old Garmin. Screen scratched, but it worked. Typed in Grand Cascade Hotel. It searched. Found it. 17 minutes away. Good. I had time. It was 10:30. Had to be there by 2, but it was good to leave early. Better early than late, Susan used to say. Dad's rule, I'd reply. She'd laugh. But it's a good rule. Started driving. Portland streets. Familiar streets. Lived here 35 years. Knew every corner, every avenue, every neighborhood. Left northeast. Entered Burnside. Main Street. East-west divide. The line that splits Portland in two. Looked at the traffic. Light. Saturday morning. People still at home. Slow start. Past storefronts. Most closed. Too early. But some open. Coffee shops, grocery stores. People going about their morning routines. Past a fire station. Station 12. Not my station. Mine was Station 7. But still, it hit me. Nostalgia. Years ago, mornings like this, I'd be heading to work. Stopped at a red light. Looked right. An old store. Morrison's Bakery. The Morrison name. My name. But no relation. Just coincidence. Morrison. Frank Morrison. 67 years old. Retired firefighter. Widower. Only child. Amanda. Amanda Morrison. 28 years old. Today she'd become Amanda Chambers. Married woman. New name. New life. The Chambers family. Wealthy family. Michael Chambers. Lawyer. Partner at a major firm. Patricia Chambers. Socialite. Philanthropist. Fancy events. Designer dresses. Me. I wasn't like them. Not wealthy. Not a socialite. Just an ordinary man. Modest life. Modest means. But I raised Amanda, all by myself. After Susan died. 15 years alone. What did single parenthood mean? Getting up at 5 every morning, even when exhausted. Because Amanda needed breakfast, needed to get ready for school. Coming home exhausted every evening, 24-hour shifts, fires, smoke-filled buildings, heavy equipment, rescue operations, then home. Picking Amanda up from school, helping with homework, making dinner, bedtime routine, then sleeping myself, 4 hours, maybe 5, then up again. New day, same cycle, no vacations, no money for that. Daddy, why don't we go on vacation? Amanda would ask. Because, sweetie, we vacation at home. It's more fun, I'd say. A lie, but a kind lie. No hobbies, no time for that. Daddy, why don't you have friends? Amanda would ask. Because, sweetie, you're my best friend, I'd say. True, but loneliness was also true. No social life, no energy for that. Frank, come to the movies with us, Jake, my coworker, would say. Thanks, but I'm tired. Maybe next time. Next time never came. But I didn't complain. Never did. Because Amanda was my choice. My daughter. My responsibility. My love. And we succeeded. The two of us. Together. Amanda grew up. Became a good kid. Successful student. Went to college. Graduated. Found a job. Built her life. And now she was getting married. Normal. Natural. The flow of life. But why this lump in my throat? Why wasn't the happiness complete? I didn't know. Maybe it was the father reflex. My daughter's grown up moving away from me. Normal feeling. Every father feels it. You'll get over it, Frank, I told myself. It's just adjustment. But a small voice inside me whispered, something's wrong, Frank. Something's very wrong. I ignored it. Because what could be wrong? Amanda was happy. I should be happy. I arrived downtown, city center, skyscrapers, glass buildings, corporate headquarters, wealth. The cars around me were luxury vehicles. Mercedes, BMW, Tesla. Expensive cars. My Corolla looked ancient among them, but I didn't care. A car is transportation, gets you from point A to point B. Showing off is unnecessary. The Grand Cascade Hotel came into view. From a distance, 20-story building, glass facade, gleaming, magnificent. "This is it," I muttered. My stomach knotted, tension rising. Why was I tense? Just a wedding. Amanda's happy day. But the tension remained. Unexplainable tension. I pulled into the hotel parking lot. Valet service. Young attendant ran to my car. Tuxedo-like uniform. Professional. "Welcome, sir," he said, opening my door. "Here for the wedding?" "Yes," I said, getting out. "The Morrison Chambers wedding." "Wonderful. May I see your invitation?" I pulled out my wallet, found the invitation. Gold foil card, thick paper, elegant script. Amanda Morrison and Ryan Chambers invite you to celebrate their joyous union. November 5th, 2024, 3 p.m., Grand Cascade Hotel, Portland Ballroom. The attendant looked at it. "Perfect. I'll park your car. Entrance through the lobby. Enjoy, sir." I handed over my keys, got a receipt, pocketed it, walked to the hotel. Enormous glass doors, automatic. They opened as I approached. I stepped inside, and I was stunned. The lobby was breathtaking, enormous, maybe 1,000 square meters, ceiling 3 stories high, massive crystal chandelier hanging from above, thousands of crystal pieces, reflecting light, dazzling. Floor was marble, white marble, polished to a mirror shine. I could see reflections. My footsteps echoed. Walls cream-colored, gold trim, paintings hung, expensive-looking art. Modern but elegant. Furniture luxurious. Leather chairs. Deep brown. Stylish. Looked comfortable, but more for show than sitting. Flower arrangements enormous. Vase after vase. Fresh flowers. Roses, lilies, flowers I couldn't name. But the fragrance was incredible. And people. The lobby had people. 30, 40 maybe. Wedding guests, early arrivals. Their clothes stunned me. Men wore tuxedos, black tuxedos, bow ties, polished shoes, cufflinks gleaming. Elegant, wealthy. Women wore gowns, long gowns, silk, satin, lace. Colors varied, red, blue, green, purple. Jewelry sparkled, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. Makeup perfect. Hair professionally styled. Me, I looked middle class in my navy suit. Not a tuxedo, just a suit. Clean but ordinary. Nobody looked at me, because I was background, insignificant. I took a deep breath. "Doesn't matter, Frank. You're the bride's father. You matter." Walked to the reception desk at the end of the lobby. Large desk. Sign in pink letters. "Welcome. Morrison Chambers wedding." Young woman sitting there. 20, 25 years old. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Smiling. Professional smile. "Welcome," she said cheerfully. "Name, please?" "Frank Morrison," I said. "Father of the bride." Her smile changed. Slightly. Maybe I didn't notice at first. But something shifted in her eyes. Surprise? Hesitation. She looked at the list. Ran her finger down the page. Then the next page. Stopped. Frowned. Looked again. "Mr. Morrison," she said slowly. "One moment, please." She turned on her radio. Small radio with an earpiece. She spoke quietly. I couldn't hear. "Yes, in the lobby," she said. "Yes, Mr. Morrison." "Yes, the bride's father." "Okay, I'll wait." Turned off the radio. Turned back to me. Smiled again. But this time, forced smile. Tense. "Mr. Morrison, we'll get you inside, but our coordinator wants to speak with you about the seating arrangement. Just one moment, please. Seating arrangement. Where I'd be sitting." "Okay," I said. "I'll wait." "Great. Please have a seat." Gestured to the leather chairs in the lobby. I sat. Sank into the plush chair. Soft, comfortable. Waited. Looked around. Guests arriving. Checking in. "Name?" "John Parker." "Perfect, Mr. Parker. You're at table 12. Enjoy." Everyone assigned a numbered table. Everyone knew their place. My place? Uncertain, because the coordinator needs to speak with you. Why? Was there a problem? 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. Still waiting. I was about to stand and ask when a woman appeared. Middle-aged, 40, maybe 45. Business attire, black dress, tablet in hand. Professional. Mr. Morrison? She said. Yes, that's me. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Emily Carter, the wedding coordinator. Would you come with me? I'll show you to your seat. Of course. We walked through the lobby, down the hallway, long hallway, cream walls, blue carpet, thick carpet, footsteps silent, past doors. Emerald room, sapphire room, ruby room. At the end, the largest door, Portland ballroom. Emily stopped. This is our ballroom. The wedding's here. Let's take a look inside. She opened the door. Double doors. Heavy. We entered, and I saw it. The ballroom was magnificent. Enormous. Maybe 500 square meters. Ceiling 2 stories high. 3 massive crystal chandeliers. Sparkling. Tables arranged. Round tables. White tablecloths. Gold chairs. Flower centerpiece on every table. Large vases. Fresh flowers. Roses, tulips, lilies. Stage at the front. Elevated platform. Microphone. DJ equipment. Dance floor in front. Polished floor. Stage lights. Everything white and gold. Colors elegant. Luxurious. Expensive. Isn't it gorgeous? Emily said proudly. Amanda and Patricia planned this for months. Every detail perfect. Yes, gorgeous, I said, sincerely, because it truly was. $28,000. I could see where it went. Now let me show you your seat, Emily said, opening something on her tablet. The seating chart. We walked into the ballroom, between the tables. Tables 1, 2, 3, right in front of the stage. Best seats. Family tables, Emily said. The Chambers family and closest relatives. Tables 5, 6, 7, just behind them. Close friends and business partners. Tables 10, 12, 15, middle section. Other guests, friends, colleagues. We walked deeper, past the middle of the ballroom. Tables 25, 30, 35, back section began. Extended relatives. Old acquaintances. Further back. Tables 40, 43, 45, very back of the ballroom. View of the stage narrowing. Then the very last corner, next to the restrooms, next to the exit door, adjacent to the waitstaff station. Table 47. Emily stopped. Here we are, Mr. Morrison. Your table. We've designated it the family elders table. You'll be comfortable here. I looked at the table. It was in the corner. Truly in the corner, right against the wall. To see the stage, I'd have to crane my neck 90 degrees, maybe more. The restroom door, 3 meters away. Every time someone went in or out, they'd pass right by me, disturb me. The waitstaff station, 2 meters away. Server's break area. Plates being carried back and forth. Noisy area. Table 47. 47. Something inside me collapsed. Collapsed silently. Elders' table? I asked. My voice was calm. I surprised myself, because inside a storm was raging. Yes, Emily said. You know, at large weddings, there's usually a special table for older relatives. Quiet corner, relaxed, close to the restroom, convenient, nice spot, older relatives. Me? Was I an elderly relative? Wasn't I the bride's father? I see, I said. What else could I say? Great! Ceremony starts at 3. Guests arrive starting at 2. There'll be a cocktail reception, then the ceremony, then dinner, then dancing. It's going to be a wonderful evening. I'm sure it will be, I said. Anything else you need? No, thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Morrison. Enjoy. She left, quickly, off to her other duties. I remained. At table 47, alone, sat down on the chair. Slowly, felt it. Hard. Uncomfortable. The other chairs looked cushioned. This one wasn't. Looked at the table. White tablecloth. Place setting. Silverware. Water glass. Name card. Mr. Frank Morrison. No other name cards. Just me. Alone at the table. Looked around. Table 46 next to mine. Family friends. 4-person table. Name cards I didn't recognize. Table 45 in front of me. Portland team. 6 people. Maybe Ryan's co-workers. Table 1 far away. Could barely see it. Right in front of the stage. The Chambers family. The Chambers family. Michael and Patricia. Right in front of the stage. Best spot. Me. Beside the restrooms. Worst spot. Why? Why was the bride's father shoved into a corner? I didn't know the answer. But I felt it. Something was very, very wrong. Took a deep breath. Calm down, Frank. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe Amanda will fix it. But my inner voice said, it's not a mistake, Frank. It's intentional. I sat. Waited. Alone. At table 47, the ballroom began filling up. 2 o'clock. Guests arriving. Well-dressed, elegant, smiling. They took their seats, chatted, laughed. Nobody looked at me. Because I was in the corner. I was invisible. A waiter came. Young man, around 20, tuxedo-style uniform. Sir, would you like something to drink? Water, please, I said. Of course. He left, returned with water in a plastic cup. Other tables were being served in glass tumblers, but me, plastic. Thank you, I said. He left. I drank the water, cold, felt good. My throat was dry. 2:30. The ballroom nearly full. Maybe 140, 150 people. I didn't know anyone, because these were the Chambers family's guests. Where were Amanda's friends? Where were my acquaintances? They weren't there. None of them. Because this was the Chambers wedding. Amanda was just the bride. I was just an extra. 2:45. Music started. Soft music. Piano. Classical. The coordinator took the stage, grabbed the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Amanda and Ryan's special day. Please take your seats. The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Everyone sat. Excitement building. 2:50. Doors opened. Music changed. The wedding march. The groom walked in. Ryan and his best man. Tuxedos. Handsome. They walked to the stage. Then the bridesmaids. 6 bridesmaids. Pink dresses. Bouquets. Beautiful girls. Then, Amanda. She walked down the aisle. But with whom? Michael Chambers, the groom's father, walking my daughter down the aisle. Not me. Not the bride's father. Michael Chambers. Amanda looked stunning. White wedding dress. Lace, pearls, hair up, tiara, perfect makeup like a princess. They walked to the stage. Everyone stood. Applauded. I stood too. But my heart died in that moment. Because I should have walked her down the aisle. Me. The father. But no. Michael Chambers walked her. And nobody objected. Because this was the Chambers wedding. The ceremony began. The officiant came to the stage. Elderly man. 60, 70 years old. White robe. Book in hand. Bible. Dearly beloved, he said, his voice carrying throughout the ballroom. The sound system was perfect, reaching every corner. We are gathered here today for a very special reason. To witness the union of Amanda Morrison and Ryan Chambers. The room was silent, everyone listening intently. I sat at table 47, neck craned to see. It hurt, but I had to turn, because I wanted to see my daughter. Amanda stood at the front of the stage, next to Ryan, holding hands, both smiling, happy, excited. Michael Chambers had stepped down, returned to his table, table 1, Patricia sitting beside him, both smiling, brimming with pride. The officiant continued, "Marriage is a sacred bond, two people becoming one, built on love, respect, and commitment. Amanda and Ryan are embarking on that journey today." He spoke at length about marriage, about love, about commitment. Beautiful words, meaningful words. But I wasn't really listening. My mind was elsewhere. Michael walked Amanda down the aisle. "Why? I'm her father. I should have walked her. Did anyone ask me?" Number. Nobody asked. "Frank, would you like to walk Amanda?" Number. They just gave her to Michael. Why? I didn't know the answer, but I could guess. The Chambers family, they were the patrons of this wedding. They planned it. They organized it. Patricia arranged everything. And I just paid. Quietly, invisibly. I gave the money, but got no recognition. The officiant said, "Ryan Chambers, do you take Amanda Morrison to be your wife? In sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, till death do you part." "I do," Ryan said, voice clear, decisive. "Amanda Morrison, do you take Ryan Chambers to be your husband? In sickness and in health, for better or for worse, till death do you part?" Amanda paused. 1 second, 2 seconds. Her eyes welled up. Then she smiled, a genuine smile. "I do," she said, voice trembling with emotion. The room smiled, applauded softly. Beautiful moment. Officiant, "The rings, please." The best man brought the rings, gold rings, gleaming. Ryan slipped it onto Amanda's finger. "With this ring, I take you as my wife." Amanda slipped it onto Ryan's finger. "With this ring, I take you as my husband." Officiant, "Then by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife." Ryan, "You may kiss the bride." Ryan kissed Amanda. Long kiss, romantic. The room erupted in applause. They stood, cheered. "Hurrah!" I applauded too, stood up, my hands clapped together. But it was numb, mechanical, because inside there was nothing, emptiness, a deep void. Music started, happy music. Amanda and Ryan walked hand in hand off the stage, smiling, almost running, the room on its feet. Applause continued, everyone taking photos, phones in the air. I didn't take photos. My old Nokia's camera quality was terrible. What's the point? But the truth, I didn't want to take photos. This moment hurt too much. Ceremony over. Guests relaxed, started talking. Cocktail hour beginning. Waiters circulating, serving appetizers. Champagne, small plates, shrimp, cheese, olives. Tables 1, 2, 3. Service was prompt. Waiters serving first. "Here you are, Mrs. Chambers." "Thank you." Table 47, no waiter came. Not for a long time. Forgotten, or not a priority. Finally, a waiter came. Young girl, around 20, looked exhausted. "Sir, appetizers? What do you have? Shrimp cocktail, cheese platter, olives." "Cheese, please." She brought it. Small plate, 2 pieces of cheese, 3 olives, few crackers, less than the portions at other tables. "Thank you," I said. She left. I ate. The cheese was cold, straight from the fridge, hard, not fresh. The olives were sour, the crackers stale. Didn't matter. I wasn't hungry anyway. 4 o'clock, photo session ended. Amanda and Ryan returned to the ballroom, entered. Everyone applauded again. DJ took the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Chambers. Ryan Chambers? Both names Chambers. Amanda was no longer Morrison. She was Chambers now. They walked to the dance floor. Music started. Slow song. Perfect by Ed Sheeran. They danced. Romantic dance. Ryan spinning Amanda. Amanda smiling. Both happy. Everyone watched. Taking photos. Taking videos. They're so beautiful together. Dance ended. Applause. Cheers. DJ. Now it's time for the family dances. First, the bride will dance with her mother-in-law. Patricia Chambers stepped onto the dance floor. Elegant dress, pearl necklace, smiling. Amanda danced with Patricia. Two women, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. They looked close, intimate. Patricia whispered something. Amanda laughed. I watched, just watched, because what else could I do? Dance ended. Applause. DJ. Now the groom will dance with his mother. Ryan danced with Patricia, mother and son. Patricia crying, tears of joy. Ryan's eyes welling up too. Beautiful moment. I waited. The bride's father, I thought. My turn? Number. DJ. And now everyone to the dance floor. Let's dance. That was it. No father-daughter dance. Never happened. Because I wasn't there. Physically present, but ceremonially invisible. Music changed. Upbeat music. Everyone flooded the dance floor. Dancing, having fun. I sat. At table 47. Alone. Didn't move. Inside, I felt nothing anymore. Number. Frozen. As if my body was there, but my soul was somewhere else. Dancing lasted 15 minutes. Then the DJ announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your tables. Dinner service is beginning." Everyone returned, sat down, excitement building. I wonder what the food will be. I heard there's salmon. I chose steak. Waiters lined up, emerged from the kitchen door. Trays in hand, orderly movement, professional. Service began. Table 1 first, the Chambers family. Here you are, sir. Thank you. Plates set down. Looked delicious. Large portions. Beautiful presentation. Tables 2, 3, 4. Service continued. In order. Quick but careful. Tables 10, 15, 20. Middle section. Everyone getting their food. Tables 30, 35, 40. Back section. Service slowing. Waiters getting tired. But still coming. Table 47. Waited. And waited. And waited. Because it was the last table. Lowest priority. 30 minutes later, 5 o'clock, a waiter came to me. Different waiter. Older man. Maybe 50. Tired. Sweaty. Sir, your meal. Set down the plate. Quickly. Carelessly. Silverware tossed down. I looked at the plate. Salmon, but looked dry. Overcooked. Pale color. Mashed potatoes. Not much. Other tables had 2 scoops. I had 1. Vegetables. Broccoli and carrots. Cold. Looked undercooked. No bread. Other tables had bread baskets. Mine didn't. Thank you, I said anyway. Waiter left. Didn't respond. Picked up my fork. Cut the salmon. Tasted it. Dry. Bland. Not enough salt. No seasoning. Ate the potatoes. Cold. Cold mashed potatoes. Unappetizing. Ate the vegetables. Raw. Hard to chew. Left the plate. Couldn't eat anymore. It was awful, and I wasn't hungry anyway. My stomach was churning. Looked around. At other tables, everyone eating. Enjoying it. Smiling. So delicious. Amazing food. The chef is incredible. Maybe their food was good. Maybe only mine was bad. Last serving. Leftover food. Poor quality. Waiter came back. Collected plates. Took mine. Didn't finish, sir? I'm done, I said. I'm full. Okay, took it away. Dessert service began. Wedding cake. Enormous cake. 3 tiers. White frosting. Flower decorations. Looked spectacular. Amanda and Ryan cut the cake together. Held the knife. Photographer snapping pictures. Everyone applauding. Cake was sliced. Served. Chocolate filling. Whipped cream. Fresh strawberries. Table 47. Cake arrived. But a tiny slice. Half the size of others. Minimal cream. No strawberries. I ate it anyway. The sugar tasted good. Left sweetness in my mouth. Felt slightly better. Meal service ended. Nearly 6 o'clock. Sun setting outside. Could see it through the windows. Orange sky. Beautiful. But inside, the atmosphere was becoming tense. For me. Because something was approaching. Speeches. DJ turned on the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for speeches. Kind words for our dear bride and groom. First, the groom's father, Mr. Michael Chambers. Applause. Room stood. Michael rose from table 1, walked to the stage, confident, smiling, stepped onto the stage, took the microphone, looked out at the room, smiled. Good evening, everyone, he said. Voice rich, strong, lawyer's voice. I'm Michael Chambers, Ryan's father, and today is a very special day. My son is getting married. Applause. Cheers. Ryan, Michael continued, I remember when you were just a little boy, barely knee-high. Dad, when I grow up, I'm going to be a lawyer like you, you'd say. And look at you now. You are a lawyer, one of our firm's best. I'm so proud of you, son. Ryan smiled. Thanks, Dad. And Amanda, Michael turned to Amanda. You are a wonderful woman. Smart, kind, beautiful. When Ryan introduced you to us, Patricia and I loved you immediately. This girl fits perfectly into our family, we said. And we were right. You're our daughter now, Amanda. Like our own. Amanda's eyes welled up. Thank you, Michael. This wedding, Michael continued, spreading his arms to indicate the ballroom. This wonderful evening, I want to thank everyone who made it possible, especially my wife, Patricia. She organized everything, planned every detail. This venue, the food, the music, the flowers, it's all Patricia's doing. Honey, you're amazing. I love you. Patricia stood, applauded herself, smiled. I love you too. And of course, to Ryan and Amanda, Michael said, you two are a perfect couple. Your future is bright. May your happiness be endless. May your careers flourish. And, he laughed, give us grandchildren soon. The room laughed, applauded. Cheers, Michael said, raising his champagne glass. Cheers, the room shouted. Glasses raised, champagne sipped. Michael stepped down from the stage. Applause continued. Patricia hugged him. Ryan hugged him. Amanda hugged him. Happy family. I sat, applauded. But my hands felt heavy, like lead. Because in Michael's speech, my name wasn't mentioned. Not once. Thank you to everyone who made this wedding possible, he'd said. But who was everyone? Patricia, Michael, the Chambers family. Not me. Not the man who paid $28,000. I was invisible. DJ. Thank you, Mr. Chambers. Beautiful speech. Now, a speech from the bride. Amanda, take the stage. Applause. Amanda stood, smoothed her dress, walked to the stage, slowly, gracefully, stepped onto the stage, took the microphone, looked out at the room, smiled, eyes sparkling. Hello, everyone, she said, voice sweet, soft. Today is the happiest day of my life. Applause. I'm so lucky to be here, she continued, because I have amazing people in my life. People who loved me, supported me, raised me. She paused. Her eyes scanned the room, lingered on table 1, Michael and Patricia. First of all, she said, voice trembling slightly, I want to thank Michael and Patricia. Michael and Patricia smiled, listened attentively. You accepted me like your own daughter, Amanda said, eyes filling with tears. You never judged me. You never excluded me. You welcomed me into the Chambers family. You gave me love. You guided me. And this wedding, this wonderful night, is because of you. You made my dreams come true. I don't know how to thank you. I love you so much. Amanda cried. Happy tears. Michael and Patricia cried too, stood, applauded. Amanda blew them a kiss. The room applauded. How sweet. What a wonderful family. She's so lucky. I sat, hands on the table, motionless, frozen, because Amanda thanked them. You made my dreams come true, she'd said. This wedding is because of you. But the money was mine. Every penny, $28,000, from my pension, from my savings. But nobody knew because nobody said anything. Amanda continued. And Ryan, my love, my husband. She turned to Ryan. You are my life. You are everything to me. Every day with you is a gift. I can't wait to grow old with you. I love you, my husband. Ryan stood. I love you too, my wife. Stepped onto the stage. They embraced, kissed. The room stood, applauded. Hurrah! Amanda and Ryan stepped back. Amanda returned to the microphone, smiled. And, she said, voice changing slightly, more formal. Of course, my family. My father. She paused, looked at me. In the corner, table 47. The room fell silent, eyes turned, searching. Where's her father? Over there in the corner. Oh, my father is Frank, Amanda said. Thank you, Dad. For being here today, that was it, one sentence. Thank you, Dad, for being here today. 10 words. 22 years of single parenthood. $275,000. Thousands of nights on duty. Thousands of early mornings. Thousands of sacrifices. All of it condensed into 10 words. For being here today. For being here today. Just today. I was there every day, Amanda. Every morning. Every evening. After every shift. In every sacrifice. But you just said for being here today, as if I were just a guest. But wasn't I your father? Didn't I raise you? Didn't I give you everything? But I was invisible. At table 47, and nobody cared. The audience applauded. Brief applause. Because the excitement had faded. The father topic was quickly moved past. Amanda continued. And thank you, everyone. I'll never forget this night. Have a wonderful time. She set down the microphone, stepped off the stage. Audience stood. Long applause. Bravo, Amanda. Beautiful speech. I sat, applauded, mechanically, emotionlessly, because something inside me died in that moment. Died quietly. Nobody noticed. Nobody heard it. But I felt it. My hands trembled. Slightly. I couldn't control them. My teacup was beside me. Cold tea. My hand reached for it, but it was shaking. The cup hit the saucer. Clink. A small sound. But to me, it sounded deafening. As if the world had stopped. And only that sound existed. Clink. The cup fell. Tipped over. Tea spilled. Oh, I said. Grabbed a napkin. Tried to wipe it up, but my hands were still shaking. A waiter came. Is there a problem, sir? No, I said. Just spilled a little. I'll clean it up. He took the cup, wiped the table. Would you like more tea? No, I'm fine, thank you. He left. I stayed. At the wet table. Trembling. Took a deep breath. Tried to control myself. Calm down, Frank. Calm down. It's just a wedding. It'll end. You'll go home. You'll forget. But would I forget? I didn't know. I couldn't sit still anymore. Inside me, pressure was building, as if my chest was being compressed, breathing becoming difficult. I need air, I told myself. I have to get outside. But if I left now, everyone would notice. The bride's father is leaving. Why? The gossip would start. The bathroom. The bathroom was an excuse. Nobody would question it. I stood, slowly, my legs steady. Good. Walked to the bathroom door. 3 meters away. Nobody looked. The dancing continued. Music loud. Everyone having fun. Opened the door. Went inside. The bathroom was luxurious. Marble sinks. Gold faucets. Enormous mirrors. Fragrant soaps. Empty. Good. I wanted to be alone. Walked to the sink. Turned on the faucet. Cold water. Washed my hands, washed my face. Water felt good on my skin. Cooling. Calming slightly. Looked in the mirror. Saw myself. A 67-year-old man. Wet face, tired eyes, deep wrinkles, disheveled white hair, navy suit. Clean but ordinary. Not a tuxedo, just a suit. Who are you, Frank? I asked the mirror. Who are you? The bride's father. But nobody cares. A source of money. But nobody says thank you. The invisible man. Table 47. Why are you here? I asked. Why did you come? Because Amanda wanted me to. Dad, please come. It's my wedding, but you're just a prop. The real family is the Chambers. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my wallet, removed the paper from the back compartment. My speech. 3 pages, handwritten, written from my heart. I opened the first page. Read. Dear guests, I am Frank Morrison, Amanda's father. Today is a very special day, the day my daughter gets married, and I want to share a story with you. When Amanda was born, 28 years ago, she was tiny, 3 pounds, a fragile baby. Susan, my wife, placed her in my arms. Here's your daughter, Frank, she said. Protect her. Always. And I tried to protect her. Every day. I did my best, but life wasn't easy. Susan got sick. Cancer. She died when Amanda was 13. That night, after we came back from the funeral, Amanda came to my room. Dad, you're not going to leave, are you? She asked. My eyes filled with tears. I'll never leave you, sweetheart, I said. I promise. And I kept that promise. For the next 15 years, every single day, I was there for her. I got up at 5 every morning, made breakfast, took her to school. I worked 24-hour shifts at the fire station. Exhausting, smoke-filled, dangerous. But then I came home, picked up Amanda, helped with her homework, made dinner. Sometimes it burned, sometimes it was too salty. But we ate together. She'd laugh. Dad, the food's terrible, she'd say. I know, sweetie. But it was made with love, I'd reply. We'd laugh together. Private school, St. Mary's, thousands of dollars every year. It was hard. But I paid it. Because Amanda deserved it. College. Columbia. Very expensive. I withdrew from my retirement account, paid penalties. But it didn't matter. Amanda's future mattered. First car at graduation, Honda Civic, $22,000. I gave it to her. I'll pay you back, Dad, she said. No need, sweetie. Just be happy, I said. And today, this wedding, the wedding of your dreams, $28,000. I paid every penny. Because you said, Dad, please, this is my dream. Total, 22 years, $275,000. Thousands of nights, thousands of mornings, thousands of sacrifices. But today, where am I today? Table 47. in the corner, next to the restrooms, out of sight. And you walked onto that stage. You thanked Michael and Patricia. You said, "You made this wedding possible." But Amanda, I paid for it. Every penny. The Chambers family organized it. Yes, but the money was mine. And what did you say to me? "Thank you, Dad, for being here today." For being here today? I was there every day, Amanda. Every morning, every evening, after every shift, 15 years, all alone. But you just said, "for being here today," as if I'm just a guest. But am I not your father? Didn't I raise you? Didn't I give you everything? But I'm invisible. I'm at table 47, and nobody cares. I stopped reading. My eyes filled with tears. The paper blurred. I folded the paper, put it in my wallet. Wallet in my pocket. I wasn't going to give that speech. Never. Because what good would it do? Amanda was happy. The Chambers family was happy. Everyone was happy. I would only ruin it. "But don't you deserve to speak, Frank?" my inner voice said. "Don't you deserve to tell the truth?" Maybe. But what would change? Nothing. I took a deep breath, dried my eyes with tissue, turned from the mirror, walked to the door. My hand paused on the doorknob. "Leave, Frank. Go back to the ballroom. Finish the night. Go home. Forget it." But another voice, "No, Frank. Enough. Enough staying silent. Enough being invisible. Speak up. Say it. Stand up for yourself." Two voices. Two paths. Which would I choose? I opened the door, stepped outside. And just then, the DJ's voice boomed, "Ladies and gentlemen, now for a very special moment. The bride's father, Mr. Frank Morrison, please come to the stage. It's time for the father's speech." I stopped. The ballroom turned to me. 150 pairs of eyes. Amanda stood beside the stage, forced smile on her face. "Dad, is this really necessary?" she seemed to say. Michael Chambers whispered to Patricia. I couldn't hear, but I could guess. "Is this really necessary?" DJ started clapping. "Come on, Mr. Morrison, we're waiting for you on stage." I had no choice now. I walked slowly, between the tables, everyone watching. Some whispered, "Who is that?" "The bride's father." "Oh, I didn't know." "Me neither." I reached the stage. 4 steps, climbed them carefully, without stumbling. DJ held out the microphone. "Here's Mr. Morrison. Come on up, sir." I took the microphone. Heavy. My hand was shaking. Looked out at the room. 150 people. Waiting. Amanda nervous. Ryan stunned. Michael frowning. Patricia looking worried. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my wallet, took out the speech. But I didn't open it. Because now I was going to do something different. I opened the wallet, took out another piece of paper, an Excel spreadsheet, printed out. I'd prepared it a week ago, on the computer. All the expenses, everything, documented. Now was the time. I brought the microphone close to my lips. The room fell silent, everyone waiting. 150 pairs of eyes fixed on me. I took a deep breath. One last time. Because now there was no turning back. "Good evening," I said. My voice echoed throughout the ballroom. The sound system was perfect, reached every corner. I cleared my throat, continued. "I'm Frank Morrison, Amanda's father." I paused, looked around the room. Amanda tensed, looked at Ryan anxiously. "And today," I said, "I want to share some numbers with you." The room stayed silent, but the atmosphere changed. Curiosity, surprise. "Numbers?" I lifted the Excel document, showed it to the room. "This," I said, "is Amanda's life, in numbers. In dollars. Amanda's face went pale. She understood. She knew what I was going to do. "No, Dad," she whispered. But no microphone. Nobody heard. I continued. "From 1998 to 2010, I said, reading from the document. "Private school expenses. St. Mary's Academy. 12 years. Average of $3,750 per year. Total, $45,000. Silence. Deep silence. "From 2010 to 2014, I continued. Columbia University, New York, 4 years. Tuition, housing, books. After scholarship, what I paid, $180,000. The room stirred. Whispers started. "What is he doing? Listing numbers? This is strange." 2019, I said. "First car, Honda Civic, new, graduation gift, $22,000. Amanda started crying, quietly, shoulders shaking. "And this year," I said, voice rising. "Today. This wedding, the Grand Cascade Hotel, 150 guests, food, music, flowers, photography, everything, $28,000. I paused, looked around the room. Everyone frozen, shocked. "Total," I said, emphasizing the word. $275,000 on a firefighter's salary, by myself, after my wife Susan died. Every single penny. Michael Chambers stood. "Mr. Morrison, this—" "Sit down, please, Mr. Chambers," I said, firmly, decisively. "I'm not finished." Michael was taken aback. Nobody spoke to him like that. But he sat, because the room was watching. I turned to Michael, looked him in the eye. "Mr. Chambers," I said, "in your speech today you said, 'Thank you to everyone who made this wedding possible.' You're right. Someone did make it possible. But that family isn't yours." Silence. Heavy silence. "That family," I said, "is mine. Because I paid. Every penny." Amanda buried her face in her hands. Sobs came. "Daddy, please," she whispered. "Please stop." But I couldn't stop now. 22 years of pain was coming out. "You organized it." "Yes," I said, turning to Patricia. "You planned it. The caterer, the photographer, the DJ, you chose them all. But who paid?" "I did." Patricia looked away, in shame. "And you," I said, turning to Amanda. My eyes filled, but I let the tears flow. "My daughter. My princess. You took that stage today. You thanked Michael and Patricia. You made this wedding possible, Usa, you said. You made my dreams come true, you said." Amanda cried harder. "I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. But to me," I said, my voice breaking. "What did you say to me, Amanda?" "Thank you, Dad, for being here today. That's it. 10 words, 22 years, $275,000. Thousands of sacrifices, all of it reduced to for being here today." The room was completely silent, as if nobody was breathing. "For being here today?" I said. My voice rose. "I was there every day, Amanda. Every morning when I got up at 5, every 24-hour shift, every fire, every accident scene, then coming home, exhausted, covered in smoke, broken, to pick you up from school, to help you with homework, to make dinner, to tuck you into bed." My tears flowed freely, but I didn't stop. "I was there every day. After Susan died, all alone, when you were 13, when you asked, 'Daddy, you're not going to leave, are you?' 'Never,' I said. 'I promise.' And I kept that promise, Amanda. I kept it every single day." Amanda collapsed to the floor. Her knees buckled. Ryan tried to hold her, but he was crying too. "But today," I said. "Where am I today?" Table 47, in the corner, next to the restrooms. next to the waitstaff station. To see the stage, I had to crane my neck. Service came last. Food was cold. Cake was a tiny slice. The room was in shock. Some people began crying because it was the painful truth, the raw truth. "And Michael Chambers," I said, turning to him. "You walked Amanda down the aisle, in front of everyone." Michael bowed his head, ashamed. "But I'm the father. The real father. Father for 28 years. Why didn't I walk her?" No one answered. Because there was no answer. Only a choice. The wrong choice. I paused, took a breath, calmed slightly. Then I pulled out the last piece of paper from my pocket. A white envelope. "This," I said, holding up the envelope, "is my updated will." Amanda looked up, shocked. "What?" "I have a retirement fund of $475,000, I said. "My savings. What I worked and saved for years. I was going to leave it to you, Amanda. But now I'm not." "Dad, no," Amanda cried. "Please." "I'm donating it to the Portland Fire Department Scholarship Fund," I said. "In your mother's name. The Susan Morrison Memorial Scholarship. For children who've lost parents. For children without fathers. Maybe they'll remember what family really means." I placed the envelope on the stage. Everyone saw it. "This is my final gift," I said. "Not to you, but in memory of someone who truly understood sacrifice. Maybe one day you'll understand too, what family really means, what sacrifice really is." I dropped the microphone. It hit the floor with a loud thud, turned, walked off the stage, slowly, down the stairs, carefully. Nobody in the ballroom moved. Everyone frozen. Amanda was crying. "Daddy, please don't go. Daddy." But I didn't stop. I walked, between the tables, toward the exit door. Ryan ran to Amanda, held her. "Baby, apologize!" Run after him. But Amanda couldn't get up. She'd collapsed completely. Michael and Patricia were in shock, didn't know what to do. Guests were silent, some crying, some whispering. What just happened? Did the father lose his mind? No, the father told the truth. I reached the door. My hand paused on the handle. I turned back one last time. Looked at Amanda. One final time. At my daughter. My princess. Our eyes met. I saw it in hers. Regret. Shame. Guilt. She saw it in mine. Pain. Disappointment. Goodbye. "I'm sorry, Dad," she mouthed silently. No sound, but I understood. I nodded, slightly. "I know," I said quietly. Then I turned, opened the door, left. The door closed behind me. Silence. I walked down the hallway. Long hallway. Quiet. No music could be heard. The door was thick. My footsteps echoed on the carpet. Steady. Calm. Inside me, a strange feeling. Lightness. For the first time in months, maybe years, I felt light. As if a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. A heavy, crushing weight. A 22-year weight. I stepped into the lobby, still bright. Crystal chandeliers, marble floors. But now it looked different. Less impressive. Less intimidating. It was just a hotel. Luxurious, but just a hotel. I walked to the reception desk. The young woman was still there. She looked at me. Smiled. "Mr. Morrison, are you leaving?" "Yes," I said. "The wedding is over for me." "Oh, a bit early. Is everything all right?" "Yes, everything is perfect. A lie, but a polite one. Can I get my car?" Of course. Your valet ticket? I handed her the ticket. She took it, spoke into the radio. Mr. Morrison's car, Toyota Corolla, beige. 2 minutes, she told me. I waited. Didn't sit in the lobby chairs. Stood. Because I didn't want to sit. I wanted to move. I wanted to leave. Looked out the glass door. November evening. Dark. 7:30. It had started raining. Light rain. Portland rain. Familiar. My car arrived. The valet brought it. Parked it out front. Got out. Waited. Thank you, I said. Tipped him $5. He took it. Surprised. Generous tip. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good night. I got in the car, engine running. They'd warmed it up, buckled my seatbelt, checked the mirrors, everything in place, pressed the gas, drove away. From the Grand Cascade Hotel, from the wedding, from Amanda. I drove through Portland streets, rain hitting the windshield, wipers going back and forth, swish, swish, rhythmic. Traffic was light, 7 in the evening, Saturday. Everyone probably home with their families. Happy. Me. I was alone. But for the first time, this loneliness didn't feel bad, because it was a choice. My choice. A free choice. I stopped at a red light. Thought. What did I just do? What did I really do? I ruined my daughter's wedding. I told the painful truth in front of everyone. I talked about money, a taboo in polite society. I embarrassed Amanda, the Chambers family. Was I right? 2 voices inside me. First voice. Guilt. You did wrong, Frank. She's your daughter. You ruined her wedding. She won't forgive you. You lost her. Second voice. Justice. You did right, Frank. You stayed silent for 22 years. You were used. You were taken for granted. Today you stood up for yourself. Which voice was right? I didn't know, maybe both. Maybe neither. But I did it. And I couldn't take it back. The light turned green. I drove on, turned toward northeast. My neighborhood. Familiar streets. Reached the apartment building. Parked. Turned off the engine. Sat there. In the darkness. In the car. Rain hitting the windows. Drops running down. The phone rang. Vibrated in my pocket. I pulled it out. Looked. Amanda. I didn't answer. Just watched. It rang 4 times. 5. Then voicemail. Waited. The voicemail notification appeared. Didn't listen. Not yet. I wasn't ready yet. Got out of the car. Rain soaked me. Walked quickly. Entered the building. Climbed the stairs. 2nd floor. My apartment door. Inserted the key. Turned it. Went inside. I was home. Finally. Turned on the lights. The house was the same. Nothing had changed. But I had changed. Took off my jacket. Hung it up. Loosened my tie. Tossed it on the couch. Took off my shoes. Walked around in socks. Went to the kitchen. Drank water from the tap. Cold water. Burned my throat. Felt good. Returned to the living room. Sat on the couch. In the dark. Didn't turn on the lights. Looked out the window. Portland night. Rain. Cars passing. Life going on. But my life had stopped. Because Amanda was gone. Really gone. Not just physically. Emotionally. The phone rang again. Amanda calling again. I watched. Didn't answer. She called 5 times. Each time I watched. Silently. Then the messages came. 1, 2, 3, 4. I opened them, read them. Dad, please answer. We need to talk. Dad, I'm so sorry. I made a huge mistake. I understand now. Dad, please. Call me. I want to talk to you. Dad, I love you. I always have. Please believe me. Dad, can I come tomorrow? In the morning? Let's talk. I read them, all of them, but didn't respond. Because what would I say? It's okay, Amanda. I forgive you. Number I couldn't forgive yet. Go away. I don't want to see you. Number. I still loved her. There was no answer. Only silence. I put down the phone, left it in the darkness, lay down on the couch, closed my eyes, thought. What happened today? Morning, woke up to the phone. Amanda excited. Today's my wedding day, Dad. Noon, got ready, put on a suit, went to the hotel. 2 o'clock, entered the ballroom, saw table 47, was shocked. 3 o'clock, the ceremony. Michael walked Amanda down the aisle. My heart broke. 5 o'clock, the speeches. Amanda thanked the Chambers family. Forgot me. 6 o'clock, I spoke. I told the truth. I blew everything up. 7 o'clock, I left. Didn't look back. Now I was home. Alone. It was over. Did I do the right thing? I felt guilt. Because Amanda cried. She was humiliated. In front of everyone, but at the same time, I felt relief. Because finally I'd told the truth. 22 years of pent-up pain, anger, disappointment. It all came out today, and now I was empty. Light. I slept. On the couch. Fell asleep while thinking. Had a dream. Saw Susan. Young. Beautiful. Smiling. Frank, what did you do? She said. I don't know, Susan. Did I do the right thing? I don't know, honey. But you were honest. For the first time. That's important. But Amanda hates me now. No, she's in shock. But in time she'll understand. Maybe. What if she doesn't? Then you still did the right thing. Your conscience is clear. I woke up. 3 in the morning. Middle of the night. Dark. My neck hurt. Sleeping on the couch was bad. Went to the bedroom. Got into bed. Tried to sleep. But couldn't. My mind wouldn't stop, spinning. Amanda. The wedding. The speech. Everything. At 6 in the morning, I gave up. Got up. Made coffee. Sunday morning. November 6th. Still raining. Checked my phone. 17 missed calls. All from Amanda. 23 messages. Amanda, Ryan, even Patricia. But I didn't read them. Not yet. The doorbell rang. 8 o'clock. Who could it be? 8 on a Sunday morning? Walked to the door. Looked through the peephole. Amanda. She stood there. Soaking wet. Been waiting in the rain. Eyes swollen from crying. Makeup running. Should I open it? A battle raged inside me. Don't open it. You're not ready. Open it. She's your daughter. At least listen. My hand paused on the doorknob. I opened the door. Amanda stood there. Not in her wedding dress anymore. Jeans, sweatshirt, hair messy, face pale. Dad, she said, voice broken. Can we talk? Please. I stepped back, let her in silently. She entered, stopped in the hallway, shivering. From cold or from emotion, I didn't know. Sit down, I said, pointed to the couch. She sat, on the edge, hands on her knees, head bowed. I sat in the chair opposite, waited. She should speak first. Long silence. Then Amanda began. Dad, last night, I'm trying to understand what happened. You never did that before. You never yelled. You never got angry. I know, I said. Voice calm, controlled. Why did you do it? Why in front of everyone? Why at the wedding? I looked at her. Because, Amanda, there was no other time. I stayed silent for 22 years. I accepted everything. I swallowed everything. But last night, it overflowed. Table 47, Michael walking you down the aisle, your speech. For being here today, it all built up. Amanda's eyes filled. Dad, I didn't know. I mean, I knew, but I wasn't fully aware. Patricia planned everything. She decided the seating. She said Michael should walk me. Tradition, she said. The groom's family walks the bride. I didn't object. I should have, but I didn't. Why not? Because I wanted to impress the Chambers family. They're rich, well-connected. I wanted Patricia's approval. Like a fool, I didn't think about your feelings. And your speech? For being here today? Amanda cried. Dad, I wasn't prepared. I went on stage. Everyone was waiting. I thanked Michael and Patricia at length because they were right there. Front row, eye contact. But you were so far away, in the corner. I could barely see you, and I panicked. What do I say to Dad? Nothing came to mind. So I just said, thank you for being here. Generic, meaningless, but nothing else came. She paused, sobbed. Dad, I'm so sorry. I was so wrong. I used you. I took your money, but I forgot you. I didn't appreciate you. I'm terrible. I looked at her. My daughter. My crying daughter. I felt a softening inside, because she was sorry. Genuinely sorry. But at the same time, I was still angry, because remorse came too late. Much too late. Amanda, I said, I lived for you for 22 years. When Susan died, you were 13. You were scared. You were alone. Daddy, you're not going to leave, are you? You said, never, I said. And I kept that promise. Every day, every hour. I know, Dad. No, you don't, I said, voice hardening. If you knew, you wouldn't have done what you did last night. If you truly understood, you would have put me in the front row. You would have had me walk you down the aisle, not Michael. In your speech, you would have thanked me. At length, with detail, from your heart. You're right, she said. You're absolutely right. I was blinded. The Chambers family, their money, their status, it blinded me. Patricia was kind. Michael was attentive. Ryan was perfect. And I wanted to be part of that family. I forgot my own family, my real family. She paused, looked at me. Dad, will you forgive me? Long silence. Would I forgive her? I wanted to, because she was my daughter. I loved her. But forgiving wasn't easy. The pain was deep. The disappointment was enormous. I don't know, Amanda, I said honestly. Right now, I can't forgive you. Maybe with time. But now, there's only pain. Amanda nodded. She understood. I deserve that. But Dad, please give me a chance. I want to make this right. Everything. How? I don't know yet. But I will. I promise. She stood. I'm leaving. I don't want to intrude anymore. But Dad, can I say one thing? Go ahead. Your will. Donating the retirement fund. I understand why you did it. Not revenge. A lesson. You taught me a lesson. Money isn't everything. Family matters. Sacrifice matters. I got the lesson, Dad. Late, but I got it. She walked to the door, stopped, turned. Dad, I love you. I always have. I showed it wrong, but I always have. And I'm proud of you. You're the real hero. Not the firefighter hero, The father hero. She left. The door closed. I stayed. Alone. In silence. I cried. For the first time since the wedding, I really cried. Because Amanda understood. She finally understood. But was it enough? I didn't know. 6 months later. Winter passed. January, February, March. Cold months. Rainy months. Portland winter. I didn't see Amanda for 3 months. We didn't talk. Just a few messages. Amanda, December. Merry Christmas, Dad. I'm thinking of you. Amanda, January. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. Amanda, February. Happy birthday, Dad. 68 years old. Many more healthy years. Short messages, distant. But she hadn't forgotten. I replied too, briefly. Thanks. You too. Take care. No closeness, but no hostility either. Just distance. Cold distance. At the end of March, exactly 3 months later, Amanda called. Dad, can we meet? Face to face, I want to talk. About what? About everything, please, Dad. Give me a chance. I hesitated, but okay. Where? Waterfront Park. Tomorrow at noon. Is that okay? Okay. The next day I went. Waterfront Park. Banks of the Willamette River. Beautiful place, walking path, benches. Amanda was there, sitting on a bench, waiting for me. She'd changed. Looked thinner. Face pale, but calm. At peace. Hi, Dad, she said, standing. Hello, Amanda. We didn't hug, just looked at each other. We sat on the bench, watched the river, boats passing, seagulls flying. Dad, Amanda said, I've thought a lot these past 3 months. About everything. And I understand now. I really understand. What? You were always there. After Susan died. Every day. But I didn't see you. I assumed. Dad's always there, I said. But I didn't appreciate it. You were like air, always present, never noticed. She paused, continued. But after the wedding, you left. And for the first time, I felt your absence. When I called, you didn't answer. When I texted, you replied briefly. When I wanted to see you, you refused. And then I understood. Without you, I was alone. Truly alone. The Chambers family? I asked. Weren't they there for you? Amanda laughed. A bitter laugh. They cooled off after the wedding. Patricia's kind, but distant. Michael's focused on work. Ryan's nice, but his family comes first. Me, I'm still the outsider. I see. And I realized, Amanda said, the Chambers family took interest in me because I'm agreeable, compliant, non-threatening. But you loved me, unconditionally, even when I caused trouble, even when I did wrong. You always loved me. Her eyes welled up. And I betrayed that love, at the wedding, in front of everyone. I dismissed you. Yes, I said. You did. And I'm so sorry. Truly sorry. But Dad, just being sorry isn't enough. I've changed. I really have. How? I quit my job. The marketing company, the one Ryan's father knew. I started my own business. Small consulting firm. Independent. Not much money, but it's mine. Good. And Ryan and I talked. Long talk about his family, about my family. We set boundaries. Our family comes first, I said. He agreed. Good. And one more thing. She paused, took a deep breath. I went to the Portland Fire Department Scholarship Fund. I looked at your donation. The Susan Morrison Memorial Scholarship. $475,000 for children who've lost parents. Yes. And I made a donation too. From my own money. $10,000. I know it's not much, nothing compared to what you gave, but it's a start. I'll give more every year, I promise. I was surprised, genuinely surprised. Why? Because it's for you, to honor you, and to help those kids. Maybe they'll be as lucky as I was one day. Find a good father. She paused, looked at me. Dad, I don't expect you to forgive me. Not yet, because I don't deserve it. But I want a chance to start over, slowly. Step by step, is that okay? I looked at her. My daughter. My changed daughter. A battle raged inside me. Accept or reject? But then I remembered Susan's words. Frank, family forgives, always. Okay, I said, slowly. Step by step. Amanda smiled, a real smile. Thank you, Dad, for believing in me. We stood. This time we hugged, briefly. There was still distance, but it was a start. 1 year later, summer came. June. Portland at its best. Sunny, warm, green. Amanda visited regularly, twice a month. Sometimes Ryan came too. He was a good guy, kind. He tried to connect with me. Mr. Morrison, he'd say, I went to the fire museum last week. They had equipment from your era. Impressive. Good, I'd say. The old days. Our conversations were brief, but they weren't hostile. We were making progress. Amanda came one day. She had a box in her hand. Dad, I brought you something. What? She opened the box. Inside was a photo album, a new album. What's this? I made it for you. Our story, from my birth to now, every photo, every memory. I opened it, looked. First page, baby Amanda, me holding her, young father, happy. Second page, Amanda at 3, bicycle, me behind her. Third page, Susan, Amanda, and me, happy family. Fourth page, after Susan, me and Amanda, just the two of us, strong. Each page was a memory, and on every page a note. Amanda's handwriting. Dad, today you taught me to ride a bike. I didn't fall because you held me. Thank you. Dad, when Mom died, you didn't cry in front of me. You stayed strong for me. Thank you. Dad, my first day of college. You flew all the way to New York. I wasn't alone. Thank you. The last page, wedding photo. But not from the reception. Before, at home. Amanda in her wedding dress, me beside her, both looking in the mirror, smiling. Note underneath. Dad, this moment, this is the real moment. You and me, before everything started. Pure, real. I love this photo, because I'm with you. Thank you for everything. I love you. My eyes welled up. Amanda, this is amazing. I wanted to show you my love. Words weren't enough. Maybe photos are. We hugged. Long. A real hug. No distance anymore. Only love. 2 years after the wedding. A year passed since the wedding. November came again. Amanda called. Dad, dinner at our place. You, me, Ryan. Small family dinner. Will you come? I'll come. I went. Amanda and Ryan's house. Small house, modest, but full of love. Amanda had cooked. Dad, your favorites, remember? Fried chicken, mashed potatoes. I used to burn them. But now I've learned. We ate. It was delicious. Really. It's wonderful, sweetie, I said. Thanks, Dad. Your recipe. After dinner, Amanda took out an envelope. Dad, I want to give you something. I opened it. Inside was a check. $28,000. What's this? The wedding money. I'm paying you back. Every penny. I was stunned. Amanda, you don't have to. I do, Dad, because that money wasn't mine to take. You gave it as a gift, but I didn't appreciate it. Now I'm giving it back. Please accept it. Where did you get this money? I saved it. For a year. A little each month. From my job. Ryan helped too. It's the right thing to do, he said. I looked at the check, then at Amanda. Okay, I said. I accept it, but on one condition. What? I'm donating this money to the Portland Fire Department Scholarship Fund. In your name this time. The Amanda Morrison Scholarship. Amanda smiled. Perfect. Accepted. That night, driving home, I was happy. Truly happy. Because Amanda was back. The real Amanda. The Amanda who appreciated, loved, and valued. Present day. 2 years have passed since the wedding. Today, Amanda called. Her voice was excited. Dad! I have news. What news? I'm pregnant. I froze. Shock. Really? Yes! 3 months. The doctor confirmed it. You're going to be a grandfather. My eyes welled up. Congratulations, sweetheart. I'm so happy. Dad, I have a request. Go ahead. If it's a girl, I want to name her Susan. Mom's name. Is that okay? Of course. Susan would be so happy. And if it's a boy, I want to name him Frank. Your name. Is that okay? My throat tightened. I'd be honored, sweetheart. Dad, one more thing. After the birth, for the first few months, I'll need you. For help, baby care, advice from an experienced dad. Is that okay? Of course. Always. Thank you, Dad. You're the real hero, you always have been. The phone hung up. I sat there, in silence. I was going to be a grandfather, a new life, a new beginning. And Amanda needed me, really needed me. Not just for money, for my presence, for my knowledge, for my love. The cycle was complete. At the wedding, they took my money but forgot me. Now they'd paid me back and remembered me. Justice was served, slowly but surely. I stood, walked to the window, looked out at Portland. It was a sunny day. Rare. Susan, I said quietly, did you see? Amanda's changed. She really has. Motherhood will change her even more. She'll be just like you, a good mother. The wind blew, gently, as if it were an answer. And I'm going to be a grandfather. If you were here, we'd be together. But still, your spirit is there, always. I smiled. Life went on. The pain passed, the wounds healed, and family, real family, always came back. Always. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Click the video on screen to listen to the next story. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you have to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to tell the truth, even if it hurts. Because real love isn't just about giving. It's also about being valued. Frank Morrison gave for 22 years. But one day, he realized he wasn't being valued. And that day, he told the truth. It hurt. But it had to be done. And in the end, everything fell into place. Thank you for listening.